Hi everyone, welcome to Suresh Techs. If you're visiting our channel for the first time or if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe Suresh Techs. Today we will look into quotations and citation of the elements. So in our previous tutorial we had seen about the different text formatting options available such as bold, strong, italic, emphasized, mark, small, delete, insertion. So there are different options available in HTML. So they provide predefined styles for us. So this is what we had seen in our previous tutorial. So we had applied a bold and then the italic. So this is a mark tag, and similarly this is a small tag, and then the delete. We had seen about the subscript, and then we had seen about the superscript. So these are the different options available for the text formatting. Now today in this tutorial, we will look into the quotations. So how to apply quotations to an element. So for example, if you have a paragraph, so how to apply a quotation mark, right? So this is what we will look into today's tutorial. So let me create a new project today. So whenever you create a new project, it has to be start with HTML and then should be closed by should be closed with the HTML and then the body, right? Okay, let me just save this. I'll mark it as quotations dot html. Okay. uh, okay, quotations dot html, and this should be html, right? So let me save this. Now, so if I have, consider if I have a paragraph, okay, I'll write Suresh text. Okay, let me open this quotations dot html. Okay, what I will do, since I know that this file is in the same path, I'll just change this to quotations.html. Okay, so this is what we had seen. So quotation Suresh text is going to be displayed here because we had a paragraph. Now if I want to apply some quotation, Suresh text is a channel which teaches all sort of technical stuff. So this is what the text I had. So if I want to provide a quotation from teachers till stuff, so how do I do that? So there is some other element available which is called q, so which says quotation. Okay, if I say q and then if I give q, okay, now I'm just saving this and let me refresh this. You could see here the text from teaches all sort of technical stuff has been teaches all sort of technical stuff got the double quotation, right? So this is how we provide some quotation to the element. So now there is something called a block quote. That means we are providing quotation to a block, so which doesn't display a double quotation, instead it provides an indentation. For example, you have something called Suresh is a good boy who is going to teach technical stuff. So example, we have something like that. Let me close this. Okay, now let me refresh this. See, you can see here the text was intended, so there was a space of tab before this text. So now if I have some other data, consider I have a new line, or consider I have a break, so which basically provides a break, and then I will have something else here. Okay, and I'll have another break, I'll have some other text, let me keep another break, let me keep some other text. So if I save this and if you refresh here, so this is going to be the block quote which provides an indentation to the paragraph or whatever the data you keep. Okay, now there is some other element provided in HTML which is called abbreviation, so which will be named as ABBR, which is short for the abbreviation. So abbreviation is basically if you want to provide some abbreviation to the words. For example, HTML. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So if you want to provide an abbreviation, okay, so how do you provide that? So you will write this. For example, if you are writing it this way, so how do you write this? Let us keep a paragraph. Okay, so keep the paragraph. I am going to teach HTML. So now I want to provide an abbreviation for this HTML. So how do I do that? How do I do this? So I provide ABBR and then followed by, I'll give HTML here. Okay, I'll give HTML here and then I'll close this. So now I'm going to teach HTML. So I'm going to remove this. I'm going to teach HTML. So now what I will do, I will provide one more attribute to the element to the I'll provide one more element to the I will provide one more attribute to the element ABBR. So that is called title. So what I will do here, I'll give a description. Hypertext markup language. So this is what I'm going to provide. So let me save this and let's refresh this. So if you refresh this, we could see here, so there is a dotted line below the HTML. So when you hover mouse, so it will display the title, it displays the abbreviation of the particular word, which is hypertext markup language. So this is how the abbreviation the abbreviation element is going to be used. So now there is some other element provided. So now there is some other element available for us, which is called address. So sometimes if you want to provide address of the author or the address of the web page or the address of the web page developer, so at that time you can use an address tag or address element. So how do you provide an address? Let's say written by Suresh text. So alright, so and so, so and so, phone number and India. So this is how I am going to provide. Now let's see how does it displays. I'm going to refresh this. So you could see here it displays in this way. So basically whenever you provide something inside an address, so it will translate into an italic form. So all the address elements will be translated into the italic forms. Okay, so this is how it displays. Now if you want in single line, if you want to break, then you can provide the break. Okay, let me give some breaks and let's see how does it displays. Now let's see. So this is how it displays. Okay, so now what is the use of an address element here? So why can't I do it directly with an italic element? So this is a good question. But the main thing is whenever you use an address element, so this will be displayed in the italic, which we already know. So now most of the browsers, okay, so most of the browsers, if they want to extract the address information or the author of the page, they'll basically look for a tag or an element called address and they will extract it. So this will be very useful for the search engine optimizations. Okay, so that's why we should not use a paragraph and apply style on top of that always. We should always use the elements which are available for us. Okay, so that's all about the address. So now there is some other element called site. Okay, site. So what is the use of site? So site is used to display the title of the work. For example, if I'm writing something like site, this was the title. Okay, I'm going to close this. Okay, I'm going to refresh this and this is how it looks like. So the site and the address both looks in italic. The both will be displayed in italic in the browsers. Now what is the difference between the site and an italic, right? So that's what I'm telling. The site is basically defines the title of the work. I know you can use an italic, but again these all will be useful in the search engine optimizations. I know that you will get confused with all this stuff, but just remember there are the different options available for different purposes. Okay, when you develop a web page, when you become a good developer, when you become a proficient professional developer, you have to use all this stuff. Okay, so don't get confused with all this stuff, but just remember that these are the options available. Now there is some other element called BDO, so which is called, so now so there is some other option available which is called BDO. BDO is nothing but bidirectional override. So what does a bidirectional override do? So bidirectional override, so we'll change the text direction. For example, if I am writing something called Suresh text, okay, I'll give close. Let me save this and refresh this. Let me save this and refresh this. You could see here Suresh text. Okay, let me give a break. Okay, I'm just refreshing this. So this has been displayed from left to right. So this is working fine. For example, if I want to change the direction, so what will I do? I'll give direction. So this is short for the direction dir. So now here I'll give right to left. RTL stands for right to left. So now if I refresh this, okay, so this is how it looks like. So this will be displayed from the right to left. SURESH, Suresh, TECHS. So which is basically Suresh text displayed in the right to left direction. So these are the different options available in HTML for the quotations. So the different quotations which we had seen today are, the first one is Q. So Q stands for, okay, so the first one is Q. Q stands for quotation, and the second one is the block quote, which provides indentation for the element, indentation for the paragraph, whatever we display. So basically the indentation for the text. And similarly, if you want to provide some abbreviations, right? If you want to provide HTML, hypertext markup language. So similarly, there is something called address. So address says, similarly something called address, okay, to provide the address of the author. And similarly, there is something called cite and bidirectional override. So these are the different options available in quotations and citations. I hope you got a better knowledge into this. And that's it for today. Please do subscribe to Suresh Text.